Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. It's still my somewhat sick self today, but we are facing a rising sun and base kingdom together. And this one, I don't know, I haven't really decided on whether I like it or not yet. Tends to be rather swingy depending on the opening draws, I think. But let's, make more sense of this. We have notable cards in Chapel and River Shrine, Strong Treasures. Also, Riverboat comes with Sentry. So when we play a Riverboat, then on the next turn we play the Sentry at the start of our turn. Not the greatest Riverboat, but also not too bad, I'd say. And River Shrine also will activate after 5 River Shrines have been played between AI and ourselves. Then the good harvest prophecy will activate. And that will mean that the first time we play each differently named treasure, then each turn we get an extra buy and an extra coin, turning coppers into, or turning the first copper we play into a silver with plus buy slapped on. And that's usually pretty powerful for especially money strategies with a few golds and silvers. Like you play gold, you play silver and copper, then you already are at 9 money. And thus, pretty good at scoring province money. Apart from this, we have an attack in Militia, a counter to this attack in Ronin, as you will be able to draw back up to 7 cards and can play the Ronin from your deck as a shadow card. But also, we note that there is kind of a lack of village. Like, the only proper village, the extra action per turn, can essentially conserve an action from the last turn to the next turn by playing a riverboat, but it's kind of awkward. And what you can also do is practice, and practice allows you to trade a buy and 3 money for an extra or a double play of a card. And if you double play riverboats here, then essentially you have a village on the next turn. So that's a neat interaction, I'd say, but it's not the most efficient village, and you don't want to get into too much of this stuff, I think. And yeah, this is reflected if we look at the kingdom plot. Strong thinning, strong gains like plus buy and good harvest and imperial envoy, and gains in workshop and river shrine, and a bit of draw, a bit of attack in militia. Also note that practice and river shrine have a slight synergy, as if you practice a river shrine and don't buy anything during your buy phase, then you get to gain 2 cards and trash even more cards, but I don't know whether you'll hit that price point anyways. And our general strategy is going to probably just involve river shrine and river boats and maybe merchants, depending on whether AI goes for Ronin or not, a militia and an imperial envoy. So the deck I'm imagining is something like, I don't know, a gold or two, a silver or two, a single copper at the end, lots of merchants, and the river shrine will probably be trashed out. Good harvest will activate, and we will alternate riverboat plays, maybe even practice riverboat plays, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Opening wise, I think opening just River Shrine and Riverboat is a solid opening, a very well flowing opening, but it has a lot of fail cases where you collide River Shrine and Riverboat and are left with a sort of sad time. But the alternatives would be, I don't know, River Shrine Silver, I guess, or Riverboat Chapel, but Riverboat Chapel has exactly the same sad cases as River Shrine Chapel. Did I say Riverboat? Yeah, it's flowing over a bit. But on the 5-2, you don't really have a choice, and then you just go River Shrine Chapel, I'd say. I guess you could also do something fancy like Ronin Chapel, but I kind of dislike that. And River Shrine and riverboat together should get you thinned down rather quickly. Then you can aim for a single silver, some merchants early on, and just somewhere along the line of along the lines a second riverboat. Now here, yeah, this is exactly the awkward situation I was fearing. Well, I guess we just play our river shrine and trash two cards and get on, because we could in principle also just play the river boat, which would mean that next turn we trigger a shuffle, but that would trigger a shuffle with the river shrine and nothing else in it, and that's not too great. And at least this way we get to play the river shrine, we get to gain our, I guess, silver and move on with our turn. AI goes for a militia, which is probably going to be rather annoying. Let's just weave in a merchant here. I guess we can just practice this river shrine to just gain two cards now, which just want to be two merchants. It's a bit early yet for I was about to say a second riverboat, but if we find our riverboat next turn, then we want to have another one in our deck. And if AI hits us with a militia, then we probably won't hit three, so it's probably merchant riverboat this turn. Yeah, exactly. And I think we just discard this stuff. It's kind of going to be a sad turn. Maybe AI somehow activates the river shrine. No. And yeah, we just have this rather sad turn. Could go for a moat. It's not the greatest card. It's defense against militia. I guess we do have the terminal space at this point, so it's fine, but it's not the greatest. And do we want to draw this silver? So what else do we have down there? We have another estate, I believe. No, we only have one estate left. We have one more copper, two merchants, and the river shrine. So if we discard this, then we won't be able to find it, and then our merchants will have a sad time. But if we keep it in deck, then we have the possibility of not finding a river shrine, and that would be really, really bad. So I'd say we discard it and have a little less money this turn. Not the greatest, but oh well. And we would have found the river shrine anyways, but yeah, I guess that's how it goes. What we can do is just practice this river shrine again. And or is there a better way to do this? No, I think if we want to get rid of the coppers as well, then this is the way we want to go. So we just put in double merchant now. AI has gone for the Ronin, so we don't want to go for what the heck is that? We don't want to go for militia ourselves, as this will just power up the Ronin. And I guess we can draw this moat. It's an extra card. And yeah, almost trash down. I believe probably now we do want to play this river shrine normally and just practice this riverboat, go for a gold as this increases our payload the most, and be on with our turn. And this, yeah, if we get attacked by AI's militia here, we don't really care, but it also doesn't even get there. And this is fine to draw. We will probably just draw deck now anyways. And yeah, go ahead with all of this stuff. I believe we can be a bit greedy and not practice the riverboat at this point. We have so much money. We have enough draw in the deck, and I think we just go quad merge and play all of those merchants. Essentially get 4 money into the deck. This could also be another silver, which would be a bit greedier. But no, just going for a bunch of merchants sounds like a good plan. The AI does not attack us with its militia, as if it knew we had the moat in hand, but even if we didn't, I think we would be fine. At this point, it would be nice to find our river shrine the with the river boat to trash out, but no such luck here. And yeah, what do? I think we just gobble up more merchant and put in a province, and we even have the money to and to buy to double play the riverboat. Do we really need that at this point? We add 2 stop cards, which I think we have the overdraw for going for this extra silver. And now we can also just discard this silver without bad conscience, essentially, because what was that? Because we are more or less guaranteed to find it, or we are guaranteed to find the other silver in our deck. Do we discard this gold? I'm not sure. If we don't discard this, we have the copper, the silver, and the river shrine, and we have 3 stop cards. So we really want to get to our moat. So we discard it, even though that has the sad case of completely missing it, which would be missing out on 4 money. But I think this is just a tiny bit safer. And yeah, essentially the worst case happened there. We miss our gold and the silver, but it was still, I think, a bit safer to discard it there. And now, yeah, we should for sure add another province, an Imperial Envoy for some draw, and nothing else, I guess. Could be an estate. Yeah, let's add an estate while we have the money. And if AI attacks us here, we don't really care. Well, okay, AI does not attack us. So, yeah, we find merchants. We find this mode. This is a bit of a nuisance, as we will draw that 2 of our merchants, but we will also draw the silver and the province. So it's probably worth it to play the Imperial Envoy. This means we do need to practice this riverboat, but this is fine anyways, because we wouldn't want to go below 3 provinces anyways. So I guess we just added a gold here and be on with our turn. AI goes for this province, doesn't attack us with the militia again, buys a copper if I saw that correctly, and yeah, just has a sort of miserable time. And we can keep this gold, I believe, or we could also discard it. No, we can keep it, it's fine. And yeah, just draw through most of this stuff. We might not find everything here, but oh, we do actually, yeah. And yeah, we have a nice last turn, almost up to triple province, not quite, but just really solid. Yeah, even though we had this initial collision of River Shrine and River Boat on turn 3, we managed to, get to the Delta. I guess we managed to win this one in style, 34 to 24, and 13 turns is not too slow, I'd say. So, yeah, I don't know. Fun Kingdom with neat Riverboat practice stuff, and also River Shrine practice, but a bit on the swingy side, given the early draws, I guess. Yeah, anyways, that wraps up today's video. Again, apologies for the weird nasal voice, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I will try to catch you in the next one, and until then, goodbye.